Hey everybody, Mike here. So recently WorkPRO sent out another tool for me to try out and test. In exchange, I'm going to tell you guys what I think about this product. Now I got this a couple days ago, and I have actually had a chance to kind of run a few of these wrenches through their paces just to kind of get an idea of the quality that I'm getting out of this kit. So this is a set of wrenches that is a flexible ratchet head on one side, and you got your open end wrench on the other. There's 22 pieces in this set. It is a standard and a metric. So on your metric size, you got from 8mm up to 18mm, and then on your standard sizes, you got all the way from quarter up to 3/4 inch. These wrenches come in this nice sleek black color. Time will tell as to how the finish on these things hold up. In past experience with wrenches that come in these black color and not the chrome, I have found that most of them hold up and the finishes doesn't usually wear off on them. Now if you're beating those things up really hard every single day, I can see where the finish might start to flake, but that really doesn't affect the functionality of the tool. I had the option to go with just a regular ratchet style or the flexible. I went ahead and opted for the flexible. In my opinion, there's two different ways that these tools can be stored and used. For me personally, and the way I like to store my tools, here in my shop and in my toolbox, I typically just like my wrenches open in the drawer or stored away on a nice racking system. But this set's going to actually live in the toolbox of my pickup, and I wanted something that was in its own case that I could tuck away, and that way I knew exactly where they were and what I was looking for when I went looking for these wrenches. Now as I said, I went ahead and ran a couple of these through their paces. I want to kind of get a feel for the quality of these wrenches and what they were going to have to offer. The couple sizes that I did opt to go with that I was running around the truck, I was testing to see how much the wrench flexed, and I want to see how the ratchet did in tight quarters. For the value that you're getting out of these wrenches and what they cost, I do think you're getting a pretty good product. The wrenches had very little flex when I was cranking on them. I used one of the bigger wrenches on one of the nuts and bolts that I had down there close to my exhaust. I never felt like the wrench had too much flex in it, and the ratchet itself and it performed equally as well. Now when it comes to the ratchet on this thing, it does have a 5-degree swing on it. So basically when you get yourself in tight quarters, you could click this thing down 5 degrees at a time, and that gives you a pretty good ability to get in there on a tight quarter and still be able to get your nut and bolt tight or loosened up depending on the scenario. And then I want to go ahead and show you, I've got a lag screw here and this piece of wood. So let me grab my 7/16 here real fast, just this dude right here, and you can kind of get an idea what this thing looks like on a piece of wood here. So as you can see, you got your flex head as well, so it kind of allows you to get your hands off the workpiece. And then obviously if I run it back down in, so you kind of get an idea how that wrench works. You do have to kind of be careful with these flex head ratchets. While they have many great uses to them, they can also be a hindrance as well. So kind of keep that in mind. It's kind of a give and take relationship when you decide to go with these flex heads. You just got to be a little bit more careful with your knuckles. There's a lot more chance for your hand to be able to slip. You don't have quite the leverage you can put on this without the risk of it flexing over on you when you don't necessarily want it to. I think this is actually a pretty good kit to go with. It looks like it's going to come in at a great value for the price you can pick this up at. Other than that, that's all I've got for you though on this one. I hope that was somewhat helpful for you. I appreciate you watching. We'll catch you guys on the next one.